this computer. All right. So let's come back again tonight. So we already complete, right, the whole lab in here, everything. So we're already testing everything go out of the internet. So far so good. So now in this case, right? So we try to say this company ABC is growing up. So we have another now. We're going to be have a layer east and west. So we're going to be redundant, right? So we're going to expand our business or our data center, right? Just for backup, something issue between in the East Coast or West Coast, right? So now say we have order or and also either one of the office there or could be in the colo, all right, or maybe the data center. Okay, and maybe say for example in here, see we don't have an office yet. Maybe we can add an office in here, which we just treat in here is like a colo, like a data center. So we have a headquarter in this side, right? And then we have now the second remote the data center. So one of the like colo over there. So now how we link together again between from our this side. This is the headquarter, right? And then we have everything in here. So we have a one is now this in this case here is the internet WAN link. So now in here we do the MPLS, okay, and also in here Comcast we're using the VPLS. But the MPLS right now for just simple demo to you, I'm not create those kind of like a label like a MPLS label like that to the CE or PE, the customer like that. That maybe later on. We can create another individual about MPLS, how the third party, right, assign, MPLS facing because they have a label, just a label, it's a VRF, label. So that is a dedicated to this customer. The reason they can label it for the MPLS like that because they can use their private or IP address or something like that, same IP address, but with the target to different customer. You know what I mean? So that is something that we need to later on, and also when you go to advanced level, for example, like CCMP, something like that, or maybe go to CCIs. So when we can learn together about how is the MPLS labeling, in the ISP, that is we call ISP side. That's why special layer in the CCI, the big certification, we have a multi-type CCIE certification. We have a routing switching, we have a MPLS layer, ISP, or data center, those kind of like a big certification. Okay, so this is but in here we just same thing in here. What you learn, we just create. We assume the label, everything's ready for us. We just make a BGP pairing, and then see how we're testing from this side, and also as you can see here from the topology, we don't have internet yet in here. So that is mean all the internet traffic have to be go through MPLS and route it to our headquarter. And then from our headquarter, either go to the Verizon internet or either go to the Comcast internet. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the how we basics the concept right now in here. Okay, so now I'm not sure do we have enough time for this backup VPLS, this MPLS. Okay, let's jump in again so we can just the baby step again in here. We just turn on the switch in here. Okay, so we have another core switch in here, but this is just only maybe just small. It's just like for backup purpose, so it's not growing up yet, so we don't have to be in the headquarter that we have to be using, two core switch, hardware, those kind of stuff, we just concentrate right now. We just deal with only one switch in here. All right, so now we log into this is we treat in the California. in the LA. Okay, so now we have to be logged in first. So we have the switch in here. All right, so this is the same thing again. It's a fresh boot up in here now. This is iOS that we're using for switch, right? So we're going to change the host name in here. All right, so we go to the complete key, and then we're going to use the host name command. So we're going to be say US and then California, LA, and then this is like you can put say this is core switch one. That's right. So this is very unique for the naming convention. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And then now, what is the behind for this network here? Same thing, right? So we when we do the IP design for the IP schema, and then see we have a 10.200. In here we have a 10.100. Okay. So and then the second attack, okay, so this is this sign here we're using 10.200, but the VLAN ID is almost same. We have a marketing also, camera, voice VLAN, so far so on in here. All right, we just duplicate in here, and also we have a say, well, they don't have a printer VLAN yet because this is the code. If we need it, we can add it. Okay. All right, so we're going to concentrate in here. This is just because this is only one core or one switch in here. Just make sure again when we create the VPT, we say mode, right? We're going to be say just the server, okay? So we don't have a very fancy stuff like client or transparent, something like that. We just straightforward, no VPT mode server. Okay, so that's what that mean again in the server mode. It allow you edit, modify, delete for the VLAN, those kind of stuff. You have to be in the server. Okay. Client again is only propagate, receive everything from the server. Client is not allowed to create any new VLAN. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I'm not repeat again. So this is you have to be go back to the book. Okay, so find out what is the difference between client server and transparent. All right, so in this case, we just configure it as a server. Okay, so now what is the next again? So now you have to be like same thing, get used to it. There is like best practice in here after the mode, and then we're going to be change the domain, right? So the VTP domain in here, so we have to be using the name. So okay, so now what is the name in here? So we can follow in here. I believe we set. I believe if I remember, we should be say abc.com. Agree?
Mm-hmm.
So we change it with the VDP domain as the abc.com. Okay. Do we need to really care about the password in here? VDP password? There's only one script in here, so we skip on the password. Okay. Until when we get something like those kind of like auditor, right? If we want to more enhance in our layer one, layer two, the security stuff like that. They say, okay, maybe we need to make more strong. So we need to add more password, something like that. So because we don't want to fail between compliant or non-compliant issue. Okay. So in this case, all right, we just skip. We just be quick in here. We just like skip for the password. Just that's enough. All right. So now we're going to create the VLAN in here, right? So we have a VLAN pan. So we're going to be name this VLAN is the marketing, right? And then we exit out, and then we have the VLAN 20 again, right? So this is the same thing again. It's refreshing that you, and then we this is say camera. Exit again. So we have a VLAN, what is that? 30. Okay. And then we have to say name. This is a voice VLAN. Okay. So this is voice VLAN and then exit out. And then we have a say VLAN, 40. I think we have a 40, right? But why I'm saying 15 here? What is this? Uh, What is the 40? Oh, 40 for the server. Okay, so we have the identical here. So we're going to say VLAN 40, and then we're going to be named as a server. This is server VLAN. And then why not? We just go ahead again in here VLAN 50. So this is name is a printer. So printer VLAN. Now we're going to exit out. All right. So just say quick in here, show VLAN brief. Normally in the real switch of show VLAN brief, but here just the ISO, within the router using the switch as a demo. So we just VLAN switch in here this command. So now we show we have, yep, so we have a successful create the VLAN 10, VLAN 20, 30, 40, blah, blah, blah. So that's so far so good. And then we have show VDP status, right? So we're going to double check, make sure it's the Yep, it's a server abc.com. Do we need to worry about a spanning tree like that as a root because we just only have one, so we're not worried about those kind of like who's the primary, right? For the election, for the spanning tree. So because we just only have one switch, so we leave it alone for now. So this is so far so good now. So I'm going to save it first. Right, and then we're going to be say go ahead. Then we're going to be say config T again, and then we're going to create the interface VLAN IP, right? The layer 3, the virtual IP address in here. So now, for example, if we do show IP interface brief, you see, we still have no IP assigned it yet. You see, we still don't have an IP address assigned it yet, right? All right, so now we go ahead in here, we click so VLAN 10, we're going to say IP address, and then we're going to say this is the 10.200.2. Now, do we want to fancy again, like the headquarter between the two switch, right? Do we want to create this kind of SSRP so that we can fail over the standby for the gateway? Okay, so in here, we can change it later if we need it, okay? So now we just say, okay, just using for one for now. So 255.255.255.0. All right, exit out. And then we're going to say VLAN 20. Then we're going to say IP address 10.200. Wait a second. This is a two. No, didn't. I think I tried to use the third artifact as the same the VLAN ID, for demo in here. Just make something like logical for you, So let's do like this. We change it again in here. All right, so we're going to change it again in here. So we're going to match the VLAN 10. The third artifact, it should be 10 also. So now because when we see the third artifact for 10, that we know that is responding for VLAN 10. Is make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like a small management, the how you control that your traffic. You don't have to be logged into the switch by reach out the IP address that Oh, that is the VLAN, whatever the number for the other, right? So this is a 10. Let's fix this one first in here. So this is the wrong. So what is the VLAN? What is the VLAN 40? Is a server. So this is server VLAN. All right, so this should be 40. All right, so this should be 40. And then we add another one. Is what another is printer VLAN, VLAN 50. So we're going to put the 10.200.50.0/24. Just for example, we're using the /24 net. Okay. Okay, let's bring up the console again. So we're going to say, we change it again. We go back VLAN 10. We're going to say IP address. We're going to re-IP again in here, 10.200.10.1. Okay, so exit out, interface VLAN 20, we do quick in here, IP address 10.200.20.1. Okay, 255.255.255.0, exit out, and then VLAN 30, right? If you want, just by copying here, just change it, Okay, so instead type, just change this one is the 30. Okay. Oh, oh, okay, wrong typo. So should be VLAN 30. No, oh yeah, VLAN 30. All right. So IP address. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, it's the overlapping. Sorry, I have to change this one as a 30. So we cannot use the same IP. Otherwise, if we complain, it's overlapping. You see, it's overlapping with VLAN 20. So because we have a typo. So this one, it should be, yep. So now it's a VLAN 40. So VLAN 40 now. So we're going to have the IP address again here, 10.200.40.1 and 255.255.255.0. And then exit out. Then we have a VLAN 15 here. So we're going to be, this is for printer VLAN. So we have the 255.255.0. Oh, so wait a second. I couldn't type and thing. Okay. So we just missed one. Okay. So now looks good now. Okay, exit out in here. We show the run configuration. Let's see what we have in here. All right, so this is the configuration. Yeah, we have all the we have all the VLAN. We got okay VLAN. Oh, this is management VLAN. We don't have yet. All right, if we want, we can do that. Are we using the 0, right? Just go ahead now. Okay, VLAN 1. We're gonna say IP address 10.200.0.1. Okay, say for the management VLAN, something like that. Because normally we're not using VLAN 1 as a default VLAN. Yeah, okay, but we cannot disable it either by default. So we just leave it there. Okay, and then we show IP interface brief. Okay, as you can see, because the VLAN 1, because we have some broadcast, is up, and then the rest of VLAN, you can see this is up, but then the protocol is down because we don't have any port assigned to that VLAN yet, or we don't have any trunk port. Okay, so we don't have any trunk port. So in here, okay. Uh-huh. This is maybe because we have a trunk port in here. Okay, maybe this is a good example for you. I just come up something in here. So we can use the router and stick. You know the router stick like yo-yo, like
Yes.
so like like that's we call router stick. So we build a gateway in here for each VLAN in here. So this means in here we treat as a layer 2. We not treat as a layer 3. So all the layer 3 gateways it should be on the router. Okay. Oh, that's good idea. That's good idea. So we just use the router and stick, All right. So well, if we use the one in here, okay, then we use two in here. We use 2 and 3 in here. Okay, but then in here, we need to this link in here between the router, the layer 2 router in here. Now this one cannot be a layer access port or layer 3 port, So we have to make this one as a trunk port. Okay, because remember the trunk port is carry multiple VLAN. All right, it's just like a tunnel. All right, you just breaking down allow for car, truck, or something smaller. Okay, so that is something like a tunnel, right? So the divide. Okay, So now, so for example, in this case, you can see the label here F1/1. This is connected to this router. So we go ahead, we change this one as a trunk port first. Okay, so this is a good demo for you. What is mean router in stick? Okay, so that is mean is something from the layer 2 that you do is say you do know the other network, right? Even like a VLAN 10 or VLAN 20, you have to go out to the router, and then the router to come back again to telling you where is the VLAN 20 or VLAN 10. That we call it's just like a router. It's just router and sticks. That is called like a yo-yo. Okay. All right. So in this case, just go ahead in here. So we're going to say F1/1 in here. You see. All right. We're going to be now. What is the command again to make this a strong port? Do you remember? We call first we're going to say switch, right? And then we have to be because this is old type switch, so we have to be using this one switch port. So we have to put question mark and no trunk. So we have to be this one first encapsulation, the dark D1Q that we want. Then we're going to say switch port mode trunk. So we turn on the trunk port. Okay, so no shutdown. You see. Now we have a trunk port. You see in here. Now when you show in the free trunk, yeah, you see the trunk port is up. It's beautiful. All right. So now it just show again in here. IP interface. Just make sure. Look at that. Once the trunk port is up, look at that. So it starts sending the broadcast. So now the rest of VLAN in here, see, is up. All right. So that is mean I can ping either one the VLAN IP. See, beautiful. You see. Okay. So now we have a trunk port in here is up now to the router. So let's go. Let's hop in before we do anything. We save it first. So we don't want to lose the configuration, and then we have to redo again. All right. So we save the configuration. So now we hop into the LA MPLS router 1. So this is the one. Okay, now we show IP interface brief in here. See, show IP, see here, show IP interface brief. Okay, so it's just only two interface, right? So now this interface in here, all right, the F0 is here. So now in this case, you see, because we want to put the gateway in here for each VLAN. All right, so that's why we call router and stick. And in here, now we have to break it down now. We're going to use this physical interface to create multiple virtual interface, right? So for example, in here, I give a demo in here. First thing we go to interface 0/1. We're going to say this is no IP address. Just make sure this is no IP address in the physical interface. You see, no IP address, okay? So now we go to F0/1 again, and then we're using the one dot. Okay, so that is mean that we want to create a sub interface on the router, sub interface. Okay, so so now what that mean? What is the here is the ID. Okay, now we want to since we have the artifact, we have a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so now in this case in here, we want to same the ID as same as the third artifact, right? So that we know, so this is sub interface for the VLAN 10. And then we hit enter. See, we have a sub interface right now. So in the sub interface in here, same thing again, we want to tell this is going to be escalation, right? So we're going to say escalation. You see, we want to put this one .01Q. We have to tell, oh, wait a second, in the what VLAN. So we have to say VLAN 10. You see, okay, so escalation .D1Q, and then VLAN 10. You see, and then we're going to sign IP address in here. So now we're going to sign 200.10.2 because we have the switch here. We're using .1 Okay, so we're going to use the .2 in here, 255, 255, 255.0. You see here, and then exit out. Okay, if we want to lazy to create the type like that, that's fine. We exit out again. We show run interface. We just want to bring it to the notepad. We just copy. We save our time. So let's see. What is the interface again? Oh, come on. Yes. Oh, should be this one. Okay. So show run this one here. You see, and then we copy this. We copy out. All right. Save our time. Let me bring the notepad. Hold on. Where's my notepad? Okay. So I copied my notepad here. You see, and then we copy again the whole thing in here. All right. So we have now we have this one. So we have a 20. See, we just multiply 20. And then we have a 20 tag when 20. And then we have a 20 in here. Okay. So now we're going to have another one here. We should have a 30. You see? And then we have a 30. And then we change this one as the 30. All right. So now we keep going. So we're going to change this one as 40. That is for server VLAN 40. All right. If you want, you can simply you can put the description in here. All right. So and then here we're going to be 40. And then okay, so we last one. So the last one is to be 50. And then this is to be 50 again. That is a tag to VLAN, you know, this is like tag VLAN 50. It's telling you, see this set interface is what traffic. Okay, it's a .dot1q, that is traffic for VLAN 50. Same thing again. All right, so if this is all good in here, now we copy out. Say we put copy. All right, just make sure again in here we go to the config T and then we copy and paste here. All right, just make sure when you copy and paste, make sure you're in the correct device. All right, you don't want to override by accidentally. All right, so now we show IP interface brief in here. Okay, okay, we still have a shutdown, so we need to bring it up. Okay, so before we bring it up, so we go to config T, say we go to say F/1. That is the then we have no shutdown. Okay, so we're not shut down in the physical interface. Okay, so now we show again IP interface brief. So now all the sub interface all up. You see in here, right? So now when one is up in here, so we can try to ping the switch, the gateway on the switch. So it's a 10.200, .2.1. So just verify. Do we have a traffic? Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait a second. I think it's 20.1. I thought it's not working. Okay, it should be working. Yep. And then it should, we're testing again. Go to 30. Yep. And then we go to say 40. Just make sure we have all the HVLAN. Oh, it's complaining something. Okay. So what does that mean again in here? Okay. It's complaining now. It's not happy. You see? All right. What that means is because this is the router, right? Because let's take this one out first. Because this is the router. No, this is the router. It's connected in here. It sounds like here they both is not happy now. Okay, because maybe some the legacy switch or they don't have a negotiate between, okay, or not dynamic, on the port. They like they not able, okay, negotiate between like 1 gig or 100 for the speed, or to duplex or full duplex, right? So that it means it's complaining. It's not happy. If you go to the switch side, it should be same thing. You see, it's complaining. It's half duplex. You see, it's not happy. So how we fix this one now? Okay, because we don't want to have a duplex in here. Otherwise, the traffic is going to be like forward and drop. We're going to be create so many packet loss in here. So we don't like any complaint, either the router or either the switch, right? So let's fix the router first. So we'll go back to the router. Right, so the router in here. So we're going to say show interface brief again. We go to config T. Okay. So now we're going to say interface /01. We're going to hard code now. So we're going to telling you, we're going to tell him we're going to use split 100. So this is hard, this is manual hard code. So we're going to say full duplex. We're going to be shut down and no shutdown again. So we take care of one side. Okay. So we take care of one side. You see, now we have a split 100 and we have a full duplex. Okay. So now we go back to the switch again in here, right? So now now this one, what is the F1/1? Okay. So now we go to the config key again in here. So we're going to say F1/1. We're going to be speed 100. So we're going to be match. Okay. Both have to be matched. So we're going to be duplex full in here. All right. Maybe did I spelling wrong? Yep. You see, and then yep, beautiful. And then okay, and then reform it again, and then it's going to be yep, it's going to be trunk again. So now it's happy. Now it's going to be far. It's going to be the error. Is going to be go away. All right. So we fix that issue. Okay. So make sure again. Maybe one of the in the future, if you take the CCNA exam, something like that, they maybe give you some same thing, some this kind of like a question, you know. So how you want to fix it about if you see this kind of error. So you have to remember, you have to investigate. You need to troubleshoot between which one is happy or which one is not happy. All right. If something that one side is missing, and then we just fix it. You know? We just or we both have to just make sure the both we have to be matched. Follow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now go back to the okay, we are in the switch right now. Okay, so we just want the same thing again in here when we show IP interface brief. All right, so we have we up again, so we want to verify. Can we ping the other side, right? So beautiful. All right, you see, and then we're going to say make sure again. Yeah. So we just do quick, you know, just because we want to confirm every VLAN it should be working. Otherwise, they're going to be brand on us. No, why you not testing in the first day, something like that, right? So we don't want to get brand on something like that. So we have to make sure we are professional. We have to be testing, just like not lazy or lack of the testing, you know. Okay, so we confirm all VLAN is good. So now we have a traffic now. So we're happy now from the switch here. Go to this router. Okay, so now we're going to now we come. Oh we have to save it first here. Okay, let's save it again just in case. You know, so we go back to there and then same thing again in here. We save it first. All right, so now we're going to set up the we already order. All right, and then we try to turn up now the BGP between the Verizon and here. We already call Verizon. They already run the fiber, come into the building or come to the colo. Okay, so we're going to be ready now to plug in our the fiber. Okay, to the MPLS, to the Verizon backbone. All right, so this is interface F0/0. Same thing again. We just configure it first. Config T. Okay. Oh, wait a second, because this is just the MPLS, but this is just a direct connect because this is fine with the VPLS in here. So this is the wrong design. Okay. So we try to pretend because because for the Comcast VPLS we can direct like end to end like this. Okay. And this is our own network control. But then for the Verizon, we have to crossing their MPLS backbone router too, because for the labeling, right? So in here we just like temporary. All right, let me redraw again. So this is the wrong design. So I'm gonna just stop this one first. I'm going to remove this. Let me see. Oh, maybe we keep this one in here. Anyway, we need to bring in one more router. Okay, so I don't want to change the label. So let's keep it like this. And then let's see, hold on, let me bring the icon first. So we're going to bring another router. Okay, so this is a pretend. This is the backbone, Verizon backbone. So we change the host name in here. Okay, so this is the Verizon MPLS. Okay, so this is the MPLS backbone. No? Okay, so in the future we can add more if we have a brand. We keep growing now for this lab in here. I can show you everything. Okay, so for example, in the future when we have a more office all over the state, and then say we have a Florida or we have a somewhere in here or Chicago, something like that. Okay, we keep adding. Okay, that is our, we call that our remote office, our branch office, our remote office. Okay, and then this is the backbone. All right, so now let's see how we want to change it. So I believe we're going to delete this one first. All right, so we're going to delete this one first. This is so we're going to labeling again. So now this one, it should be go to this here. And then this one have to go to here. You see? Right? So that is mean we don't have a like we don't have a conga like this direct. Okay, direct the circuit in here. So this one we have to using the Verizon backbone. Okay, so this is the backbone. Okay, so this is the Verizon backbone. Okay, so this is the IP address with this side, and then we can duplicate this one here. So we can change this one as let me see, say this one is the 2. Okay, and then let's say go ahead, we can say label within here. So this is BGP. So the Verizon is always 65 by default, no 65 private. So this is Verizon. Okay, so because we have I think we have a 1 already in here, right? This is 1. I remember our this is BGP 65001. This is 65002. Just don't want to make sure we want to don't want to overlap, you know, like duplicate. So let's take care this one first. So we're not rushed for tonight. We take care about our BGP assignment first in here. So we're going to be say, okay, this is 665.003, and then